What is up, everybody? Demo the Warrior here with Austin the Artist,
Hello.
and tonight we are reviewing NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver Night 2. We reviewed Night 1 last night, twice for that
Yes.
matter, because my PS4 fucked up. But nevertheless, we reviewed last night. Now we're going to review the second night of the pretty much well, I guess it's pretty much the WrestleMania of the takeovers, I guess. But so on each show they had like 5 matches. These shows felt fast. This one especially felt fast.
Yeah.
Um, so if you want to know what happened on night 1, just go to our night 1 review. But night 2 also had a pre-show. I was not watching just because I didn't give a fuck about the pre-show. So if you want
The
to,
pre-show
Austin,
sucked yet again.
our resident
Like,
pre-show man.
well, I mean, the only thing good about it was the promos between Samoa Joe and like the main two matches, like opponents. Like, so Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly had a interview, and then Cross and the Drunk had an interview. And those were good, but if you want to know what the action was, if you can even call it action, Breezango in pirate outfits, he looked like goddamn Captain Paul Burchill, freaking took on Drake Maverick and Killian Dane, and they had this awful goddamn like metal mixed with like whistling freaking music, and it sucked. Killian Dane and Drake Maverick freaking won. I do want to say one thing about Drake Maverick. Apparently he's almost 40. He looks like he's almost 30. So good on him. But there's your pre-show. Hello?
I'm here. I was just waiting for you to finish your addiction to the pre-shows.
They suck, dude. They suck half the time.
Then why do you watch them?
Because sometimes there's good matches on them. Like, Cesaro versus Drew Gulak WrestleMania 36 was good. It was on like one of the nights. That was good.
Well, so yeah, I didn't watch any of that pre-show garbage. So the main show started off with the ladder match. Well, actually, before that, the main show actually started off with like a mini concert from Poppy. Poppy was on the show. I didn't pay much attention to the song because I don't really care about Poppy, and she was looking kind of ugly tonight anyway, so didn't pay much attention to that. So for
It's
you
like
Poppy fans, sorry.
Somebody from like the Charles Manson cult. Like, god dang it, dude.
So the first match on the show was the ladder match between Santos Escobar and Jordan Devlin for to see who's the true cruiserweight champion.
Which they were building this up as like a Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon thing.
They literally had Shawn Michaels be the one to make it a ladder match. Like,
if they really wanted this to be a Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon thing, it should have only been one ladder. Because in that match, there was only one ladder. I don't want no goddamn 50 million AEW Money in the Bank goddamn style ladders. If you're really gonna build it as a second coming of Shawn Michaels' Razor Ramon, one ladder, not 3.
Oh, so I didn't watch much of this match because so Peacock has given me a few issues with like buffering and shit, but I also had to take my dog out during this match, so, and I was also finding something to eat during this match, so I really didn't watch most of this match. I did see a few of the spots, like the Spanish fly from the ladder and Jordan Devlin hitting a beautiful moonsault from the top of the ladder.
The moonsault was good. For somebody who got trained by a drunk Finn Balor, the moonsault was good. So
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call out Finn Balor because this is probably gonna be the last time I get to. Okay, don't
Hmm.
be like, oh my god, it's the last time I'm gonna get to until I get an editing software at least.
Yep. So, you want to tell them how this match went since I didn't see much of this one? I know how it ended, but
Well, Jordan Devlin was basically champion since like January of last year. I didn't care. I don't care about the cruiserweight title. I don't care. Like, yeah,
yeah,
like
literally.
the amount of times they've got me to try to care is laughable.
Hmm. And like literally, it's their own fault because now they call it the NXT Cruiserweight title. I don't know why they do that,
Oh no,
but
it's
205
no
Live is still a
now
thing.
now now it's the NXT Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship
Why?
because they added them both together.
Oh God. But so it's their own fault because now NXT has like 6 different championships. So that's why this takeover was so long. Well, I mean, it didn't feel long, but that's why it was 2 nights.
Yeah, it really didn't need to be 2 nights, honestly. Honestly, if you would have just gave me for this whole takeover, like just had it one night and had like Cross and Balor, Walter and Tommaso and Io and Raquel, I would have been fine with just that and being
Mhm.
done. Like that's my honest opinion.
Yeah, night 2 honestly wasn't as good as night 1.
Nah.
Um, but we'll get to that later. So in this match, Santos Escobar did retain the title. Well, I mean, he retained, but also won the title. I don't know. He unified the cruiserweight titles, I guess, and he's the undisputed cruiserweight champion. At one point, his 2 cronies, fucking Family Dollar Andrade and fucking Zima Ion from TNA, fucking helped out Santos Escobar by attacking Devlin on the outside. Like I said, there was a Spanish fly on the ladder, moonsault from the top of the ladder, some spots like that. How did this match end again? Because I came in
Oh,
once it was over.
a headbutt from Escobar to Devlin on the ladder, making Devlin fall through a ladder. One of the most indie spots I've ever seen. God dang it, NXT. Why? But I digress. And Escobar takes down both the titles as slowly as possible. So,
Hmm. So, I mean, wasn't much for a first match. I didn't see much of it, so I can't really give a full opinion on it. Um,
I didn't like it, but, you know.
but yeah. So up next was
Yeah, a
was
terrible match to another terrible match
hmm
that we didn't care about.
this was the only women's match on night 2. It was Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon defending the NXT Women's Tag Team titles against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. This match was extremely boring. I didn't give a single fuck about this match. I don't fucking care about the women's tag team titles. Nobody cares about the women's tag team titles. Why does NXT need its own women's tag team titles when there's already women's tag team titles that go between the brands? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now NXT has 2 fucking women's divisions, so now nothing's gonna fucking make sense booking wise. So great job, Hunter, Sean, Regal, and fucking Road Dog, even though you're in the hospital or wherever you're at. Fucking great job. Great job. Whoever thought of that one should be fucking. Well, what does Jim Cornette say? Fucking skinned of all
Uh,
his fat or something, and
skinned of
sold
all its
for.
fat and sold for oil,
Oh
or
god.
like, God dang it, oh, manhandled by a rusty fishing knife as well.
So fucking this match was boring. It was a boring tag team match. Freaking like I like Ember Moon. I don't. mind Shotzi Blackheart. She's just kind of cringy.
I
Um,
hate Shotzi Blackheart, so
I
sit
like
down with the
Candice
sofa.
LeRae. I don't really like Indy Hartwell, and it's
I haven't
just
seen too much of Indy Hartwell to even know if she's good or
yeah,
not.
like the whole the way thing is just really stupid,
Yeah, it's
and
dumb.
like so of course Shotzi and Ember retained. This I mean like this match was pretty boring. There wasn't really many notable spots except the ending spot where Ember Moon hit a double eclipse onto Indy and Candice, and then Shotzi did a top rope senton because that's her finisher, and then they got the 3 count, and
Yeah,
Shotzi and Ember
I
retained.
was telling Devin, how lame do you have to have a top rope senton as your finisher? Like
I don't get it.
that is the lamest finisher I've ever seen.
Like I like the eclipse, but just the
Yeah, the eclipse is
senton part was
good. The
dumb.
senton is just like, why?
Like they
She's not.
make Shotzi really
It would be
cringy.
more it'd be more effective if she was as big as like Big Daddy V. But then again, I wouldn't want to see her if she was big as I wouldn't even want to see her even more if she was bigger as Big Daddy V. Like, you know.
But
So
like the problem is like with Shotzi is I feel like she could be good, but like she's really used to wrestling indie stuff,
oh
and
yeah,
so now she's in NXT
you
and
know
she has. Well, go
she
ahead.
was Global Force Wrestling Champion. I'm pretty sure at one point.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
But like in NXT, they make her kind of cringy. Like I liked her for a little bit, but now like she's just cringy. Like her promos are really cringy, and like when she does the howl thing, like it's really fucking cringy. The whole tank thing is it was cool, but it's kind of cringy seeing it every week. It's just like they try to make her like this eccentric punk rock badass character, but she just comes off really cringy. Like,
it's honestly awful. Like
yeah.
I can't.
But I mean, I don't know. I was hoping we would get Io Shirai versus Ember Moon, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Because now Ember Moon's stuck
Honestly,
in a fucking tag team for these worthless goddamn tag team titles. But that's besides the point.
man, I really wish, like, this is one of our last reviews, and we're being negative again. I wish this wasn't bad, like, so we don't have to be negative, but
I know.
god dang it. Oh.
So yeah,
Then go from a
fucking god.
second, from 2 terrible matches, all the way to another match that we didn't care about. The
Mhm.
ways Johnny Sameface versus Bronson Reed, the freaking son of Brodus Clay.
Yep.
God dang it, dude.
Bronson Reed. His only NXT accolade is that he was the Gauntlet Match Eliminator winner because yesterday on night one he won the Gauntlet Match Eliminator, which gave him this match here tonight against Johnny. Johnny came out in some like Iron Man gear and he had Austin Theory with him, and then Bronson just wore the same smelly ass gear from yesterday.
At this point, like I was telling Devin, like I don't care. Like they shouldn't have had any like the people in the match like win the title. They should have just gave it to Austin Theory because at least he's an actual good wrestler at this point. Somebody that I care about. But he's stuck in this god awful stable known as the Way. God dang it!
Yeah, and the
Picking
thing
bottom.
was like
Quebec.
Austin Theory was in Seth Rollins' group for a little bit, but then they just put him back in NXT. I don't know
He
what
was
happened.
so good. Why do they keep putting him in groups? He
I
could
don't
be
know.
good on his own. They had him in Andrade's group. They had him in
Yeah, that's true.
goddamn freaking Seth Rollins' group, and now Johnny Gargano's group. Leave the man alone. Make him a mid Carter or make him a goddamn main eventer. He deserves it, man.
Maybe they'll put him. Maybe he'll be the newest member of Retribution next.
No, son of a god! I got so mad that my freaking oh my god.
What
A
happened?
goddamn controller fell into my dog's food bowl. God dang it.
Oh my god.
God dang it, dude. Like, why can't you just make Austin Theory a freaking mainstay instead of putting him in these dead-end factions. We're not AEW. Oh my god.
So, this was a boring match. I don't know, like, what it is about Johnny Gargano's matches lately. I just have not found them entertaining. Like, people were sitting there at Vengeance Day saying Gargano and Kushida was a 5-star match. It wasn't a 5-star match. It was kind of boring. And then this match was even more boring. I didn't really pay much attention. It just didn't intrigue me because I don't really care about Bronson Reed at all. They haven't built him up at all. And
That's another thing that I don't got in common with Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette likes Bronson Reed. I don't. Like, I don't.
I can see potential in him. It's just he doesn't have. It just feels like he doesn't have any sort of like character or anything.
No, he's just the big guy on the brand, and that's not a character.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thinks that's a character. Vince thinks that's a character. That's not a character. Just because you're 7 feet tall and 300 pounds like the Great Khali doesn't mean I'm gonna care.
Well, the size didn't do anything for him in this match because Bronson Reed went through that whole gauntlet eliminator and then just got beat by Johnny Gargano anyway. So
Exactly. So this match didn't matter. So thank God after this match we got Cross versus Finn.
mm-hmm.
Finn is a drunk, but he puts on a good match. Jesus Christ.
Johnny Gargano retained against Bronson Reed, and I mean nobody really cares. According to Johnny Gargano's accomplishment list, they listed him as the first ever 3-time North American champion. He's also a NXT Triple Crown champion.
Woohoo! I don't care. Put Austin Theory on the goddamn map. God dang it.
Well, so I mean, there was that match. Like, it was just there was nothing really notable about it. It was a boring match. So at this point, we had a kind of boring ladder match. Then we had a boring ass sleep-inducing NyQuil women's tag team match, and then after that, we had a fucking goddamn Tylenol PM, fucking goddamn sleep aid.
And that's not even
fucking
counting the people that like me that watched the pre-show that wanted just like really, this is just a whole chain of events because before we watched the pay-per-view, I watched a segment about the Diva Search because I'm doing research on it. So that was something for me. God dang it. It was research. It was awful. God dang, diss the Diva. God. Freaking, what is wrong with Vince? Okay. Besides the point, I did that, which was awful. Then I watched the pre-show match, which was awful. Then I watched the goddamn first 3 main card matches that I didn't like at all. What is this pay-per-view? Last night was so much better.
I know. But this is where the show started to get better because up next, this is the match that they said was the main event. They announced it as the main event, but it was not the main event because up next was the NXT Championship match. Finn Balor defended against Karrion Kross. This was a really good match. This was the best match on night 2.
I gotta be honest. How does a drunk like Finn Balor always keep putting on the best matches on the card?
I don't know. Apparently now people think that since he lost the title, now people think he's going to go for Walter's UK title, I guess.
I mean, if he does, maybe it'll give me a reason to watch NXT UK, because they're not giving me a reason.
But so yeah, this was best match on the show. Best match
Probably best match on both shows, I gotta be honest. Like, they won 19. I'm gonna say it's best match on both shows. I mean, with Walter close, Walter and Tommaso close second, and then Io and Raquel third.
Yeah.
So
So like, this was a really good match. It was hard hitting. Freaking Balor and Cross were throwing everything at each other. Balor, like they said in the promos, Balor was using his speed to his advantage, and he was trying to gas Killer Cross. and Cross was using his strength and his power to his advantage. And it was a great back and forth, countered a lot of moves. There's a lot of strikes. There was one spot in the match where Cross mounted Finn Balor from behind and just started annihilating him with forearms.
Yeah, it was God, dude. Like
And
Cross is a star. Cross is a star. And I'm glad that they're recognizing that. And I hope if he ever gets to the main roster, they don't destroy him. Because he is a star.
Yeah. They had some good back and forth. Balor worked on the ribs of Cross in this match. That was the focal point of how he was trying to beat Cross, by wearing down the rib area. He kept doing stretches and attacks to the ribs, but Cross would not stay down. Finn was able to counter one maneuver, and then he hit 2 shotgun drop kicks and a coup de grace, but Cross kicked out. And then the way the match ended was Cross drilled Balor with a clothesline to the back of the head. Balor got up, and Cross hit his finisher, the forearm to the back of the head. Finn was out cold. 1, 2, 3. Killer Cross is your new NXT champion, and is now a 2-time NXT champion.
I don't know what they're gonna call that. I thought they should just call it Doomsday or something.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm glad that Cross is a 2-time champion. It's a great match. It's the only good match on the card. Like it, and that's sad because of what the next match is.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, like, I'm happy Cross won. I'm happy that he gets to actually have a run with the title now, because he didn't get to before because he got hurt.
No.
Scarlett looked amazing as always.
Scarlett was had to fix her dress a couple times. I don't think I'm the only one who noticed that, but like Devin asked me if I was there. I'm like, no, yeah, Scarlett was fixing the dress. Sorry.
Austin was doing research.
Nah.
But yeah, so Cross wins the NXT Championship, and then we finally move on to the main event of Stand and Deliver Night 2, the unsanctioned match between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh my god.
This match was fucking stupid. Everything about this match was stupid. Like, this should not have been booked the way it was. This was awful. The reason I say it's awful, so first of all, they show the promo, great promo package. I mean, they had a really good promo packages.
They had a really good story going.
Yeah.
Like, this could have been match of the year material. Actually, match of the year material, not you people that say on freaking Twitter, this is the match of the year. No, match of the year so far, people. God dang it. Don't even get me started.
So, they started off, they showed O'Reilly and Cole walking backstage. Each had a set of security guards with them. Then security guards came out on stage, and then up first, Kyle O'Reilly came out wearing some kind of gear that said Axe and Smash. And
I thought that was something to do with like Demolition, but I don't know.
I don't know either. So both Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole both have new theme songs, and they are both god awful. Kyle O'Reilly has the better theme of the two, but they both sound like songs you would hear on M. Dickey's Wrestling Revolution, or like the generic themes on like Here Comes the Pain.
Not only that, they were mixed horribly, so they sounded like they were being played but with a CD player. Like they were like they came out with like a beatbox and put it in a tape or something.
And freaking Kyle O'Reilly was like rocking out and bobbing his head to his new theme song, and I'm like, dude, it's trash. So then Kyle O'Reilly's...
It was like rock mixed with like some like Shaolin monks freaking like overtones, and it's like, no.
Yeah,
it sounds okay too, but when you actually listen to it, it sounds like complete garbage fire. Like it's...
Oh, but it gets worse. So Kyle O'Reilly's entrance was kind of long. They had the security guards get into the ring and create a diagonal block between the two. So then Adam Cole comes out, and I'm sitting here excuse me. I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, well, what's Adam Cole's theme gonna be? They need to give Adam Cole like a sweet theme song or something. All you hear on the loudspeaker is Cole. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I thought when you said that, I thought it was like cuckoo, cuckoo, like a freaking
It was
bird call.
dumb. It said Cole, and then it was this weird. I can't even explain it. It was trash. It was garbage. His
It
new
was
theme
worse.
song. It was worse than Kyle O'Reilly's by far. And then Adam
Why did
Cole
they
was
fire
acting all
Jim
serious.
Johnston?
I
Why did they
don't know.
fire Jim Johnston? This is their problem. They fired Jim Johnston.
I mean, most people's themes in NXT are fucking generic as hell. Like, I don't know who their music
Yeah,
producer is in NXT, but my god, they need to be fired. Like,
CFOs. I think it's
fuck
CFOs.
CFOs then.
Freaking Jim Johnston was amazing. Like he got Motorhead for Christ's sake for Triple H. Like
Like,
how?
you know what CFO stands for? Fucking can't fucking operate a fucking music machine. Because
Jesus
whatever
Christ.
songs CFO is making are
I mean,
trash.
CFOs could work sometimes. Like Brutality with Rhea Ripley. That was CFOs. And
Well, yeah.
then like Big E's new song, they got Wale. But like, if it's something like this, oh my god.
What I don't understand, like, why wouldn't you go all out and make, like,
These are two of NXT's biggest stars. Like,
I
you,
know. It's not like it's
like
their debut.
they have Josiah Williams on their goddamn like payroll. Like they could give Adam Cole like a rap theme or something. That would have been better than this.
It was
Like,
terrible. And then Adam Cole was, like, walking all serious to the ring, and I'm like, dude, you can't act all serious to that trash fucking garbage fire theme song. And
dude,
then he
his
still,
indie ROH theme was better,
I
and
know,
it sucked.
fucking, so then he still did the boom thing. So it wasn't timed with the music at all, because if there was lyrics in these songs, I couldn't fucking hear them.
No, dude, it sounded like freaking muffled. Like, it sounded like somebody putting sandpaper to the microphone. Like it
Yeah.
was that bad.
So Adam Cole gets in the ring after these two god awful theme songs, and then Adam Cole's on one side of the ring, Kyle O'Reilly's on the other side of the ring, and they have security guards in the middle, and they keep Kyle and Adam separated. Then all the security guards just get out of the ring, and the referee fucking Sanjeet Abdul or whatever his name is was fucking there, and he rang the bell. Then they changed the lighting, which took him a second, and then Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole ran at each other. They started doing the Kevin and Sammy punching each other's spot.
Which why would they do that? Because we're definitely gonna see that
I
this
know.
weekend. Like,
Maybe we'll get to see it with Logan Paul. Maybe he'll do
oh my god, maybe
it.
Logan Paul will be the goddamn referee, and
I
we'll just see him.
I hope we get a spot like AEW did with Snoop Dogg, where he did like the cross body off the top. I hope they let Logan Paul do some kind of wrestling move and he fucks it up.
Knowing them, they'll do something stupid, and they'll have freaking like Jake Paul come out with Logan Paul, and they'll do like a goddamn 3D or something. I don't know.
It says, Logan, can you do a 630 senton?
Oh god, they'll have Ricochet teach them how to do 630s.
Oh, God. So,
Man, I didn't know. I thought the Suicide Force was bad. Now I have to do
oh my
630s.
Jesus Christ. So, like I said, this match started. They did the Kevin and Sammy punching spot. They went back and forth. All they were doing in this match was hitting each other with forearms. Like, forearms and knee strikes is all they were doing through this whole match. Um, they obviously were fighting a lot. It's supposed to be a blood feud. They were going at each other. And, of course, the weapons start coming out eventually. And there's just so many fucking steel chairs everywhere. It's just like Before, like,
They were
oh,
they were trying to make this the next Ciampa and Gargano.
and it's not anywhere close. Even though Kyle
No,
O'Reilly and Adam Cole are both amazing wrestlers,
even
this just
even
wasn't
Cole
it.
and Gargano was better than this.
Yeah,
Like,
this just wasn't it.
no, it wasn't. Like,
Freaking Balor and O'Reilly was way better than this.
yeah.
Fucking Balor and Cross was way better than this. Fucking Io Shirai and Raquel was way better than this match.
God dang, Snoop Dogg doing that thing in AEW was better than this. Like, it was like doing like that's janky splash.
So this match,
This has got to be the worst takeover match I've seen. Actually, to be honest, that like had
like,
major hype.
it didn't live up to the hype. It really didn't. This was a mismatch of fucking it was labeled as unsanctioned. Nothing in this entire match told me that this match needed to be an unsanctioned fight where whatever these two guys do to each other, it's not it doesn't fall back on NXT.
This shouldn't have been.
This is just an Extreme Rules match. That's all it was.
It should have been unwatched. Is what it should have been.
An unwatched match.
Yeah, it just shouldn't have been on the card. Cross and Balor should have been the main. Cross and Balor should have been the main. This shouldn't have been on the card.
They said it was. They promoted it as the main event of night 2. Why did they change it?
The poster, I don't know. The poster even showed Cross and Balor at the top. At the top.
So they changed the main event for night 2 of Stand and Deliver, and they also changed the main event for night 1 of Mania. Like what like why change it with shittier matches?
I don't know what's gonna happen at night 1 of Mania because and now I'm getting conflicting reports. One report from WWE is saying that they're gonna be in like the freaking Bobby and Drew is gonna be the main. One report's saying that it's gonna be Drew and Bobby in the start of the pay-per-view. I don't freaking know.
I don't know either. It's done. Like why?
I don't think they can make up their mind. I don't think they can.
Like I get it, you know, out of all these matches, O'Reilly and Cole had the best, I guess, story going, but it didn't live up to the hype at all. This match went on way too long. Nothing in this match deserved the moniker unsanctioned. This was just a regular WWE Extreme Rules match with steel chairs and there's a steel chain and announce table spot and steel step spot. And for Christ's sake, fucking Adam Cole pulled out a toolbox and didn't use a single tool besides the crowbar one time.
Legit, the only time we popped is when freaking paper got stuck to Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah. And fucking
how bad is that?
The biggest spot in this match was Kyle put Adam Cole in a guillotine on the stage. Then Adam Cole hits him with a spine buster and they go through the stage. That looked brutal and it looked like it fucking hurt. Then, that was the highest spot of the match. Kyle did a brain buster to Adam Cole on the announce table. Or at least I think, yeah. And then the announce table didn't even break.
And the freaking paper got stuck. I think it was Wade Barrett's notes, wasn't it? Got stuck to goddamn Kyle O'Reilly. And that was the biggest pop we gave that goddamn match.
Yeah, and then Adam Cole hit Kyle O'Reilly in the head with a fucking 42-inch plasma flat screen TV.
Yeah.
And it was just a dumb match. The entire match was forearms, arm bars, fucking
if I wanted
knee
to see
strikes.
This, if I wanted to see all this, I would watch a UFC paper.
It was but that. No. It was that, and a chair shot. Slammed on the chair. Trying to be inventive with the chain. Kyle O'Reilly was literally wrapping the chain around his leg, and it just kept falling down, so it was pointless.
And don't forget the last spot of the match that ended it.
But let's not forget Kyle O'Reilly getting brain busted on the steel steps and still kicking out.
That's right, because Kyle O'Reilly might have a concussion, might have a third-degree concussion, but he could still kick out. Concussion protocols, people.
Let's not forget another dumb spot in this match. So after They went through the stage. Adam Cole got back up. And how does he get Kyle O'Reilly out from the rubble? He doesn't just reach down and pull him out. Adam Cole jumps off the side of the stage and then kicks the fucking fake cardboard side of the stage with his foot and breaks it open and then pulls Kyle O'Reilly through the side and just puts him in the ring. Like, you couldn't have just picked him up through the big-ass gaping hole in the middle?
There's a gaping hole, and Kyle O'Reilly just looking. You can see Kyle O'Reilly looking at him, like, go to the side. He's like, what's going on? What is he doing? And he freaking just kicks through the stage. Really? Oh. They have to use that Tuesday.
and like, that wasn't even the dumbest spot of this match. The dumbest spot of this match was, so they're going back and forth. Adam Cole keeps going for the last shot. Kyle counters. And then it gets to a point where Kyle O'Reilly hits the last shot on Adam Cole. Adam Cole kicks out of his own finishing move, diminishing the last shot.
What's my finisher so I can kick out of it?
And then the absolute most retarded, dumbest spot of this match was Adam Cole sets the chair up where, like, the legs of the chair are in the air. Then he puts Kyle O'Reilly on the second rope, which I don't know how he was even going to make that work. So Adam Cole starts climbing the top rope and he's talking trash to Kyle O'Reilly. Then Kyle O'Reilly low blows Adam Cole because Adam Cole low blowed him earlier in the match.
Adam Cole gets down, rolls in the ring, and crawls to the chair and positions himself onto the chair.
He lays on top of the chair that he sat up. He crawls on top of the chair and then just lays there. Why would you do that?
I don't know, but then Kyle sit there and wrap chain around his knee, but of course it falls down and then hits a knee on Kyle, or not Kyle, but like Cole's back.
Yeah, and then Adam
Cole acts
starts,
like he has a seizure.
Yeah, he starts acting like he has a seizure from getting hit in the fucking ribs.
Yeah. He looked like he was watching Io Shirai's entrance.
And
like that's what he looked like.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why would Adam Cole do that? Why would you crawl on top of the chair you set up, knowing Kyle O'Reilly is still on the top? Like, why would you do that? How retarded of a spot. And then, like you said, Kyle hits the knee to Adam Cole's ribs, and then Adam Cole starts acting like he's having a seizure, and then Kyle O'Reilly just falls on top of him. 1, 2, 3, Kyle O'Reilly wins.
I have a theory.
Like,
I think Britt Baker's Indie Mud Show AEW is rubbing off on Adam Cole. Stop it, Britt. Go sit down. Sit down.
I mean, that Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match was way better than this. That match should have been unsanctioned compared to this garbage.
Dude, I'm not even going to say it was way better because it wasn't to me. I don't think any of them were good. So
I can't believe I'm sitting here and saying that Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly match sucked. I can't believe I'm sitting here saying that. I honestly cannot believe I'm sitting here saying that, but I'm sitting here saying that because it did suck, and it shouldn't have been the main event. And this was a very badly booked match. The spots were stupid. It went on way too long. Had no right to be called unsanctioned. It was fucking just it was a bad match. It had some good action, but it was overall just a badly booked match. And it should not have been the main event. And I don't know why they changed it to the main event.
Really, it shouldn't have been the main event, and it should have been a regular match. It shouldn't have been unsanctioned. It should have been a regular brawl. And people might say, "Oh no, that's boring. That's boring." Well, you're the Indie Mud Show marks that sleep in your basement, okay?
Well, so, even a street fight would have been better. I wouldn't have been as mad if it was called a street fight. But no, it was called an unsanctioned, and they were like building up this whole story as like Kyle O'Reilly tried to run Adam Cole over with his car, and fucking William Regal had the cops called to NXT, and William Regal was saying this match is going to be unsanctioned, and you two, whatever you two do to each other, NXT isn't going to be held responsible. Trying to make it seem like this is going to be a fucking death match, and it was nothing more than a typical WWE Extreme Rules match.
I thought this was going to go to the actual streets, but no.
No, it didn't even go out of the arena. The farthest it went was to the stage. And when
Exactly.
they
It
had
could
a spot where, like when Kyle got hit in the head with the TV, I thought they were gonna fight in the crowd. No, he just gets
tell
blasted with the
me
TV and then gets put back in the ring. I'm like,
tell
what the
me
fuck?
how Raquel and Rhea Ripley went on a better match and went actually to the backstage area. But no, they couldn't do that. Even even Kevin and Roman at the Rumble, or was it the Chamber? No, it was the Rumble.
Hmm.
Yeah, at the Rumble, they freaking went to the goddamn backstage area. They couldn't do
Yeah,
that. Like,
and
well,
like with this feud, this is a blood feud, and they made it the way they built it up was like these two guys were gonna go out there and try to kill each other, and it these neither one of these guys tried to kill each other. This
as
was just a
as
regular Extreme Rules match.
as Jim Cornette would say, they should have been acting like they killed their mothers. Like it should have been like it legit. Like, but no, they just sit there and hit each other with chairs and you're I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
Yeah, there were
No.
several spots in this match where they stopped and talked to each other. There's another spot we forgot where Adam Cole sets up two chairs in the ring, and him and Kyle O'Reilly sit in the chairs and they talk shit to each other, and then they start forearming each other in the chairs. Like, what a dumb, stupid fucking indie spot that was. Like
Yeah.
that, I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, why would you do a dumb spot like that? Like, this match was. I was
I'm
hyped for this
surprised
match.
Patrick. I'm surprised that was so indie. I'm surprised Patrick Starr didn't come running out and do a run in like that. It's like
Like, I was expecting blood in this match. I was expecting them to fight out to the parking lot and somebody to get hit with a car. I was expecting Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong to be involved somehow.
where were they?
I guess they just don't. They never cared about the Undisputed
I
Era, I
mean,
guess.
Bobby Fish is part time, so I can understand why he wouldn't be there. But Roddy, where are you? What were you doing? Were you having intercourse with your wife, Marina Shafir?
Who
Like, what are
knows?
you doing? This is the biggest pay per view of the year for your brand, and you're just sitting there in the backstage area.
Like
It's not like
I
you're Jake Atlas and nobody cares about you.
like I expected this match to be an
Oh
all over
god.
the arena bloody brawl. That's how they built it up. Like, these guys were going to kill each other, and they wanted to make sure NXT wasn't going to be held responsible. But
Marina, you should have slapped your man and threw him out there because he should have been out there. Like, god
yeah, because
dang it!
Adam
Like,
Cole
I'm not
attacked
even
Roderick Strong too.
exactly. Like,
I don't
Roddy
get
at least
it.
should have hit like an end of heartache or something. Like,
I don't know.
some sort of backbreaker.
What this match should have been was Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly beating the holy hell out of each other, busting each other open, fighting all over the arena, doing crazy ass shit trying to kill each other. Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong should have been involved some way somehow, and Kyle O'Reilly should have still came out with the win. But the way that they booked this match was incredibly stupid. It went on way too long. It was nowhere near needing to be called unsanctioned. Like, what happened in this match that William Regal needed to be so concerned about to make it unsanctioned?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
Maybe he popped like 10 somas before he said that or something. I don't freaking know.
like what's the difference? What was the difference between this match and like a match they put on at WWE Extreme Rules Horror Show last year?
Nothing. Nothing. The only thing
Like,
that was different actually, the only thing that was different is they didn't have a match where somebody sit there and had a fake eyeball in their goddamn hand and ran
God, I
out.
remember that. I'm so glad we weren't
Yeah.
doing wrestling reviews then.
Dude, I watched that live. Trust me, I wasn't happy.
So I watched that
Like,
live too, and I was mad. But
hey,
like, this match just, like, I just don't understand what went wrong with this match. First, it has the best story build up out of all the matches. Then you go to these two horrible entrance themes. Then you lead into like at one point this match got boring, just like toned down, watered down Extreme Rules match that had dumb spots, didn't feel like these guys hated each other and were trying to kill each other. Like it just didn't. The outcome of this wasn't what it should have been for how much they hyped this match and how much they built the story up. It didn't pay off how it should have.
Especially with how hard-hitting Kyle O'Reilly is and how good Adam Cole is.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why I'm sitting here saying I can't believe that I'm sitting here saying a Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole match sucked, but it did.
I know.
Like how do you go so wrong with something that was built up perfectly?
on how night one was so good, besides a couple matches, and then you get this night two, which is supposed to be even better.
Yeah.
And only one match is good.
We were more hyped for this night than we were the first one.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, we're getting Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and then we're also getting Cross and freaking Finn, and we only like Cross and Finn.
Exactly. And I just don't get what went wrong with this match. Like, we're both sitting there after the match was over, and Austin, like when it was getting towards the end, Austin was like, "I'm sorry, but this match is boring. This is like getting really boring." And
it
like,
felt awful to say that. I gotta be honest, but it's true.
And then we got.
I wanted it to be over. Like,
and then after it was over, we were both sitting there, and we were just like, "Wow, like, why was that the main event? Like, that sucked."
Yeah.
Like I don't know. When I found out this was the main event, I'm like, okay, well, this match has the most built-up story. It's a blood feud, and they're gonna cap Stand and Deliver off with the amazing fucking match between O'Reilly and Cole trying to kill each other. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But it was nothing like that.
I mean, it made sense to make it the main event, but it just didn't make sense to what they did.
This was a main event storyline, but not a main event match. Like, and now sitting here after the show's over, Balor and Cross should have been the main event over this.
Yeah.
And
that wasn't even a long match. I think that was maybe like a 20-minute match.
Yeah.
This match, you want to know how long this match was? I counted. It was like almost an hour.
It like, oh, man.
How can you have almost an hour of a match with those two top athletes and still suck?
I don't know. What I don't get is, like, you know, night one was like, it felt okay, and it felt like, okay, it was majority good matches, and it felt like, okay, that was a good way to start off Stand and Deliver. Then it made you more excited for night two, and then you get to night two, and it's like it's like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, and William Regal just popped a whole bottle of Somas and then pulled their pants down and just defecated all over NXT.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't understand. What was the point?
And it's NXT's fault, because they give you all this stuff that you don't care about. Like, they don't make you care about the North American title like they used to. They don't make you care about the Cruiserweight title anymore. And now they added the women's tag team title. They don't make you care about the women's tag team titles. There's no reason to even have those belts. There's no reason.
Now, like, the only thing I really care about now for NXT, honestly, is goddamn Cross's title reign.
The only thing I care about in NXT is the NXT Championship and the NXT Women's Championship. Those are the only two things I care about. I don't give a fuck about the North American title. I don't care about the Cruiserweight title. I don't care about the women's tag team titles. I don't even care about the NXT tag team titles right now.
I don't even care about top stars like Kyle O'Reilly, because if they're gonna pull stuff like this,
and it makes me wonder, like, what's gonna happen from here? Is Adam Cole going to the main roster, and then Kyle O'Reilly is gonna have a feud down the road with Cross? I mean, I think that'll be good, but like,
I mean, it would be good, yeah. But then again, what are they gonna do with the Undisputed Era?
I don't know.
Because Bobby's been gone for months.
Mm-hmm.
With an injury. I think the last time we seen him was War Games.
Yeah.
And freaking now Roddy, don't know where he was.
And
Like,
like, and I'm just wondering now, like, is Adam Cole going to the main roster? Is Io Shirai going to the main roster? Like, what's gonna happen here? Like,
if so, like,
I
if
don't
so,
want to
what are they gonna
see,
do?
like, at
If
this
so,
point
what are they
right
gonna do?
now, I don't want to see another Adam Cole Kyle O'Reilly match after this.
No, I
I
don't.
don't.
Like,
And I know Vince wants Adam Cole to go to Raw. I hope he goes to SmackDown. Same with Io Shirai, because unfortunately, if both of them go to Raw, then I might have to stop caring about both of them, and I don't want to do that.
yeah,
But
like the only thing I care about is the Fiend stuff on Raw. Like,
like I
they've tainted Damian Priest for me with Bad Bunny. They've tainted AJ
like
Styles somewhat.
like
Like,
just
I don't know what to do.
they fucking bent Jeff Hardy over and fucked him up the ass with no lube.
I really hope they put the title on Rhea, because if they don't
So
put
do
the
I.
title on Rhea, I'm not gonna care about Rhea.
Asuka has no reason to retain that title.
No, she has no reason.
And
She was gonna lose it at the
they were gonna
Chamber.
give that title to Lacey Evans and do Lacey Evans and Charlotte at Mania for that
Exactly.
title.
So thank God that Charlotte got the news that she might have been pregnant, which she's not. Because if not,
We probably would
in
have
the
got
mix
Charlotte
of
versus
COVID,
Asuka.
yeah, exactly. We could have got Charlotte versus Oscar or Charlotte versus Lacey or whatever. I don't know.
And
Like, thank God all this stuff happened. Lacey got knocked up. Freaking goddamn. Charlotte thought she got knocked up and then got COVID. So we finally got Rhea to do this. So thank God. Hopefully they actually bite the bullet.
and like I want both Io and Adam to go to SmackDown. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, I would love to see Adam Cole versus Roman Reigns, Adam Cole versus Edge, Adam Cole
Adam Cole
versus
versus
Daniel
Daniel
Bryan.
Bryan too.
And Adam Cole
That'd be the second
versus
time.
I'd even be fine with Adam Cole versus Big E. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like
Even Adam Cole versus Apollo, even though he's just a Wakandan warrior now, like that'd still be fine.
Adam Cole versus Nakamura, Adam Cole versus
Adam Cole versus Cesaro,
and
Adam
Seth
Cole
Rollins.
versus Seth Rollins.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot to work with there. Fucking, and then Io Shirai.
If they
I would
put-
love to see Io Shirai and Sasha again. Then you got have Io and Bianca. Io and Bailey would be good. Fucking.
But if they put Adam Cole on Raw, we're gonna get something stupid, like goddamn Adam Cole versus Miz, or Adam Cole versus goddamn maybe actually AJ Styles versus Adam
I would
Cole
like to see Adam Cole versus AJ Styles. I would love to see Adam Cole versus Randy Orton. I think that'd be a good match.
Those two would be acceptable. I wouldn't mind. I don't think they should put Adam Cole with the Fiend because that wouldn't work.
Yeah, but like, like I would also love to see. Well, I don't know if they would have them team up or not, but I'd like to see Adam Cole versus Kevin Owens as well on SmackDown, or
That wouldn't be bad.
even Adam and Sammy would be good.
Yeah,
And like,
Sammy's great in the ring.
because then on Raw they would do what, Adam versus Cole versus Lashley, Cole versus McIntyre, Cole versus Sheamus.
They could do a lot. It's just we don't want them on Raw right now.
Yeah.
If they put somebody like AJ Styles on SmackDown and stop putting them on Raw, like
I would even love to see Adam Cole versus Riddle, but I don't like the way they're booking Riddle now. And
No,
Adam
Riddle
Cole's going to
is
end up with a
just-
dumb gimmick like Riddle. And I swear to God, if he goes to SmackDown, I swear they're going to do something where they're going to say that he's Michael Cole's nephew or some shit.
yeah, they probably will. Like
God.
we really, like, honestly, I don't know what. There's no winning in this situation.
If I had
There's
to
no
choose,
winning.
I'd pick SmackDown for Adam Cole and Io Shirai.
I don't know.
Fucking
I mean, goddamn SmackDown needs the women's division, man. Like,
all they'll do with Io Shirai on Raw is put her with Asuka because they're fucking racist. That's what they did to Kairi Sane, so they'll do
Kabuki
it with
Warriors
Asuka too.
2.0. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying last night. They'll probably put her with goddamn freaking Asuka. They put her on Raw. And really, why would they put her on Raw? They just put Damian Priest and Rhea on Raw.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why Cole and Shirai need to go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like I want them to go to SmackDown, but then at the same time, it's like, yeah, SmackDown's good, but like, how far are they? Like, what are they gonna do exactly with them on SmackDown? Because
I
SmackDown
don't
doesn't have the
know.
most perfect booking in the world either.
No, because they've done Apollo versus Big E like 7 times, and there's about to be
Yeah,
an eighth.
yeah, and now they're about to
Like,
have a Nigerian drum match, whatever the fuck that is.
God, Jesus Christ, I'm tired. I'm already tired of his Wakanda Forever, Chadwick Boseman like freaking cosplay. I can't. I can't.
God,
Like,
imagine Adam Cole
he's
goes to
rolling in
Raw.
his grave.
Imagine,
Chadwick Boseman is rolling in his grave.
imagine Adam Cole goes to Raw and they do fucking Adam Cole versus Omos. Or God,
God.
Adam Cole versus Braun Strowman. Ugh.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind seeing Adam Cole versus Jey Uso. I think that could be good.
That'd be decent, yeah.
Freaking, I do think Adam Cole and Jeff Hardy could put on a good match. It's just how they book Jeff Hardy. He doesn't put on good matches now.
No. If they booked that match, Adam Cole would super kick freaking last shot, Panama Sunrise over. That would be the
And
match.
like a storyline with Adam and Drew could work because Adam Cole. I remember when Adam Cole debuted, he attacked Drew McIntyre in NXT,
Yeah.
so they could play
And
off
he had
that.
he had his first world title shot against Drew.
Yeah. And
Drew like
then
destroyed him.
I do think that Adam Cole and Sheamus could have a good match. It's just the way they book Sheamus that's is the problem.
Dude, they I don't understand how they book Sheamus. Like, 1 month he's goddamn Drew's friend. The next month he's beating up Drew. Next month he's in the Elimination Chamber. And the
Yeah, and I don't get it.
month
Like
before,
it's like one month
like,
they made 1 month Sheamus is like super serious and he's this hard ass tough Irish brawler that can beat the absolute living shit out of you. And then the next month, oh he's in the pub fucking being a comedy act, dressing up with fucking suspenders and a hat. Like I don't know
and then the
like
next
what's
week
the
he's going for
contrast?
the United States Championship.
I just
Like, what
I
are we
don't get it.
doing here? What are we doing?
And that's why, like, every time this time of year comes, I get nervous because of whoever loses at Takeover is usually most likely to come up to the main roster. And then, like, I've always dreaded when people come up to the main roster because we've seen so many examples of it going bad, like Nakamura, Samoa
Bro,
Joe,
Dallas.
fucking,
Sami
honestly,
Zayn to an extent.
honestly, Finn Balor to an extent.
Yeah, Finn Balor. He got
Like,
put back in NXT
yeah.
after the Fiend storyline.
Shayna Baszler. Fucking Kyrie Sane. Fucking the list goes on.
Asuka.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
Asuka
she might
is
have. I
okay,
mean,
but
but she might have all these accolades.
hmm
But remember, she was only there for like 5 months, and then her undefeated streak ended.
I don't know why. Like this past year, they just turned Asuka into like a comedy act. Like the Kabuki
Dude,
Warriors were serious because I remember they had this weird thing where Paige was their manager for some odd reason. Then the Kabuki Warriors were like super serious when they turned on Paige and they were heels. Then all of a sudden, the Kabuki Warriors started becoming a comedy act with Asuka dancing and Kairi Sane playing a
dude,
flute.
like,
And then now Asuka's just a comedy act. And
I, I,
she's
I,
not serious like gonna kick your fucking head off Asuka anymore.
yeah, I remember watching Asuka in NXT and being hyped when she got like put on the main roster, and
Same.
then now I dread her promos or any of her matches because they're boring
They
or it's just
literally
make my like genitals want to go up inside me. Like, that's
oh
how
my god.
cringy they are. Like,
They
it's just like, it's bad.
they literally put Asuka on the main roster, had her undefeated streak continuing. Then they put her against Charlotte for the title at Mania and had Charlotte beat Asuka's streak. And then since then, Asuka has never been the same.
No, legit, for the rest of that year, Asuka didn't do nothing until the last month of that year.
Yeah.
And then she lost that title.
And then it's like
right before Mania.
And then it's like they gave her the SmackDown Women's title, which is like okay. And then like when she won the Raw Women's title, like when she won the Money in the Bank, like she didn't even win the Raw Women's title. It was just handed to her because Becky Lynch, which fucking if Becky Lynch, like
honestly, if Becky got pregnant, I don't care if you wanted to make her have the title for 365 days consecutively. I don't care. You know what you could have done? You could have upped WrestleMania a week, for one. And what you could have done is gave it to Baszler.
Exactly. And then what you could have done is have Shayna Baszler be the Raw Women's Champion, and then you have Shayna Baszler, dominating people, and then you have also at the same time you make Asuka look strong, and then you could either have Asuka cash in on Shayna or have Asuka cash in and announce a match, and then you build up to a hype match between two badass women for the Raw Women's title. That could have worked really well. But,
exactly. And we wouldn't have had to have Shayna be in a freaking tag team with Nia.
Yeah, and then Shayna's career turned to Shayna's main roster career is equal to a fucking full Huggies diaper.
Yeah, it turned from gold to dirt. It was god awful.
And now, everybody's saying, now everybody's defending it, saying, "Oh, Shayna's having a good career because she has the women's tag team." Nobody gives a fuck about those women's tag team titles, and
dude,
you're gonna sit there.
I've seen people on Twitter who defend the women's division so much, but even when I've said the women's tag titles don't matter, they have agreed. Even the hardest women's division defenders have agreed with me about the women's tag titles. Do you know how bad that is? They are some of the most annoying people on Twitter, but they have agreed.
And it just pisses me off. And I've ranted about this before, how people defend it, and WWE tries to put it off as they're this great tag team, and how oh god, and they had Nia Jax pin Asuka and Sasha Banks. Both champions going into WrestleMania, by the way, got pinned by a fucking lard ass, who this was her first title since goddamn 2018.
Have I mentioned on this channel how much I miss the Iconics? Because my god, if we could have any freaking tag team as those champions, it would be the Iconics.
Well, no, because at Mania we're getting the Riot Squad, which they do fuck all with, and they're wasting. We're getting the blonde bimbos who look like a pair of blow-up dolls you'd buy from a sex shop. Then you also get the random team of Natalya and Tamina, who Tamina's god-awful in the ring, and no one gives a single rat's fucking testicle pubic hair about Natalya anymore.
You know, I honestly think if they would have teamed up Shayna and Natalya, that would have even been better than Shayna and Nia.
Exactly.
At least Natalya has experience, and Shayna's freaking was gold.
And it's even evidence because, going back to the Dakota and Raquel versus Shayna and Nia match, when Shayna was in there with Dakota, it was hard-hitting action, it was good wrestling. When Shayna and Raquel were in there, it was good wrestling. But then every time Nia Jax gets tagged in, you just dread it because you know how awful it's going to be. Shayna is the one that carries all their tag team matches. Nia is just the freaking fat, I can't even say muscle, she's just the fat of the team. She's just big. That's her only attribute. She's big.
And can somebody please tell me why Natalya has switched partners 10 times in the past year? She has teamed with Lana. God dang. Freaking. Didn't she team with Mandy Rose one time? Then she teamed with Liv Morgan. Then she teamed with now she's teamed with Tamina. It's why? And then she also had Ronda Rousey a couple of years back. So really, How many tag partners are you gonna go through, Natalia? How
And
many?
she also teamed with Sasha and Bailey when they faced the fucking Riot Squad every week.
Exactly. Exactly. So not only have you had like 6 different tag partners in the past year, you're teaming with Tamina, who honestly could have been good if she would have kept training and actually like worked on herself. Just like Nia, they both could have been good if they keep training and actually worked on themselves. But
Mm-hmm.
no, they're stuck in this goddamn rut that they think they're good whenever that, like, even though they don't, like, and you don't have to have the body of an Adonis, but at least work out. Like, there's people like Trevor Murdoch, god dang, Big Show, anybody. I could name so many goddamn people that do not have Dusty Rhodes. I can name so many people that don't have the body of an Adonis and can still work. They cannot. I could probably work better than them, and I'm out of shape. God, give me the women's tag titles. I would actually do something with them.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
And
Getting back to the Iconics.
Yeah, they're doing nothing with Peyton Royce. So basically, Peyton Royce cried because she's tired of being underutilized and she wants to show how great she is. So they pitied her and gave her a match with Asuka, which she lost pretty quickly. And then
see, they could show how great she is. They could show, but they don't want to. Just like they don't want to with Billie Kay. Because they don't care. They were so. If they would have showcased them as the tag champions when they won them, they had those titles from WrestleMania to right before SummerSlam. Legit.
And they did nothing with the
Nothing.
Iconics.
They had one title defense and they lost it.
And now Peyton Royce is doing nothing on Raw, and Billie Kay is on SmackDown. She's not even wrestling anymore. All she's doing is giving people her fucking headshot and resume, trying to leech on to somebody.
Vince, why did you have to make that match? Why do you have to break up every good thing that you have in this company?
The Hurt Business.
Iconics, god dang everything. Why would you think it was a good idea to sit there, break up the Hurt Business, and then bring Baron Corbin from the other goddamn show and put him with the Hurt Business? No.
Well, according to MVP, he said on Twitter, Baron Corbin is not, I repeat, not in the Hurt Business.
Thank God. At least he has some sense. Vince doesn't, because he pushes Baron Corbin down our throats. It's like Roman Reigns years ago. Why?
Well, now that means they're not going to do anything with Shelton Benjamin or Cedric Alexander now.
I swear to God, if tomorrow Baron Corbin becomes a 2-time Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner, I'm going to freaking lose it. I'm going to lose it.
We might have to review SmackDown tomorrow then. You might be changing my mind about watching it now.
We might freaking have to. Because they're having that match, and really the only people that they have in that goddamn match that matter are goddamn, like, Ricochet, somewhat. Ricochet's okay. They put Cedric and Shelton in there. But then they have Retribution, and then they have Ali, and goddamn Baron Corbin. Why?
Oh,
they put Shinsuke in that goddamn match. He doesn't deserve that. Give him a match on the goddamn card.
If anything, Shinsuke still deserves a Universal title shot for winning that gauntlet match.
Exactly. But no, they had to do it with Adam Pearce so Kevin Owens can get a shot. And now, look where Kevin Owens is now, facing Sami Zayn, accompanied by Logan Paul.
Because they want to have their celebrities for WrestleMania. That's why they're having Wale, Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, and whoever's singing America the Beautiful at WrestleMania. It's just, oh man. And like,
I'm trying so hard to be goddamn positive. I'm trying so hard. This is going to be our last review. After this, WrestleMania is our last review. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying so hard to be the most positive I can because I know you people have seen the most negative side of me. Negative side of me. And I just want to be positive for once. But no! We gotta deal with this. And I'm really hoping. I'm like, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm really hoping I can actually be positive for an 8-hour show, but I really don't know. I really don't goddamn know. And actually, it's 10 hours for me, because I got 2 hours of SmackDown tomorrow.
Oh man.
Everybody says I'm so negative. Tony was even saying it this morning when we were talking. I'm so negative. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying.
But Tony loves everything about wrestling. Because
Well,
remember
yeah, but like,
he said, and I quote, "There's so much to love about wrestling right now," which isn't true.
but yeah, but I do want to be positive.
So do
It's not like I
I.
don't want to be positive. We
It's
both want to
like
be positive.
it's like we said, like, and we've been positive on the Rumble review, the Chamber review, Fastlane review. We've been positive there. Whenever we
Well,
like
yeah,
something, we're positive about it. We were positive about
but
Stand to Deliver Night 1.
but we're always negative about something, and I want that to at least change once. Like, can we have a pay-per-view where it's flawless, please? Like,
Well, according to a
oh
lot of people,
god,
Revolution was flawless, apparently.
it was full of flaws, dude.
But like, it's like we
I'm
said,
I'm,
we don't
I'm screaming till
intentionally go into these
like I'm.
shows and reviews intentionally wanting to hate it and wanting to rant about it and wanting to be upset
No.
about it. I
Do
want
you
like
think I want to scream till I'm red in the face every goddamn time I review a wrestling company? No.
I
I
like
want to enjoy it.
like we're both hardcore wrestling fans. And I want to be able to watch wrestling and get that same feeling of love and enjoyment that I got when I first got into wrestling, but I just
Like,
it's so hard to get
I was
that
telling
now.
Devin, I was feeling so down in the dumps that I had to watch WrestleMania 22 last Saturday. Because at least I think that's a flawless show. And that made me enjoy, like, really nostalgic and made me actually have fun.
Yeah,
But
and I was
now, we even if we are positive about something, there's always something that's wrong with it.
I know. And like it's not to say there wasn't
I
anything wrong back in the day, but like
No, there
comparing
was
that
plenty of
to
things. The women's division was there was a lot of things wrong about it.
yeah.
There was a lot of things, and like even researching the Diva search. Do you know how bad that is? I was groaning at the Dis the Diva segment that I freaking watched. I oh my god, it's just like I don't even know. I don't even know.
Like it's
Like,
like I wanted to, but the perfect example for what we're reviewing today is we went into night one expecting this to be a big takeover show. We're expecting them to give it their all, and night one was pretty good. And then when we came out of night one, we're like, okay, well, we both want to go into night two, being hyped, getting ready to see the matches for night two, and we wanted to come out of it being like night two was awesome. Unfortunately, because of how night two went, it's not like that. But we didn't
it's
intentionally come into this being like, oh, Stand and Deliver sucks. Oh, this match sucks. Oh, this, and this. And the reason that we dread people coming to Raw and SmackDown is because the both of us know, even though we weren't doing reviews and even though we weren't watching the full shows or like being fully invested, we both knew what was going on in WWE, but we both were fans of so many people who came up through NXT and other people that were on the main roster that just went so underutilized and were wasted that every time someone comes up to the main roster, we're just expecting the worst because that's the bar that WWE has set for people to think.
it's like the only people who have came up and had success from NXT is like Bailey, Sasha, Charlotte, And then if you want to go men's division, Roman, god dang Seth,
Mm-hmm.
even Dean Ambrose, Drew McIntyre, and
Fucking.
like,
I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess you could say Kevin Owens.
I guess, I mean, Kevin Owens, I mean,
Would you
I guess
count Bray
now
Wyatt?
you could, because he's a multi-time world champion now. Not only like did he win the tag champs with Randy Orton, like who could really say they've done that? But not only did he do that, but he also became a WWE champ and a two-time, I think, Universal Champion, if I am correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bray as well. And God,
God damn, that was loud. What was that?
it was my glasses because I took them off because I'm so mad. Like,
It sounded like a tin.
because it hit my dog's food bowl again. Like,
I thought your
but
glasses
like,
fell in your dog water or something.
no.
Oh my god.
But it's just like we can't expect, like, Cross is a star, but
Mhm.
what's gonna happen when he goes to the main roster? Is Vince really gonna see him as a star? Because Keith Lee's a star, but what's happened to Keith Lee?
Exactly. That's another good example of what happened to someone. Keith Lee, Riddle as well. Fucking, um, I'm trying to think of other people. Nakamura,
Yeah.
Cesaro. My fucking god, he's been wasted.
How has Cesaro not been a Grand Slam champion yet, or at least a world champion?
I don't know.
Like,
I
yeah,
really don't know.
Cesaro might be like a purist, like wrestling, and that might be like not many people's forte because it's like pure wrestling and it's not anything like silly or goofy like everybody wants, like AEW fans. But at least he could work.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And I,
how has freaking Nia Jax, somebody who can't work, got a women's championship? That's their world championship for them, and somehow Cesaro hasn't gotten the world championship. That's what I'm asking. Like,
yeah. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I don't know what's the main cause of all of it. Some people say it's Vince that's the issue with everything, but then people say it's the people around Vince. Some people say it's USA Network. I don't know, but whatever it is, there's some issue.
it can't necessarily just be USA because there's Fox to blame too.
Well, that's true. Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah. Who knows what Peacock's got in the mix? Because they're censoring everything.
And I'm certain since NXT moved to USA, that's why NXT has gotten so bad because of USA.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
dude.
100%
I
certain.
remember when they first moved to USA. It was when the Undisputed Era Prophecy was happening, and it was great.
Uh-huh.
And then they signed Cross, and that was great. And then they had Keith Lee as champion, and that was great. Like but now, like, what? Now you only have like 3 good matches on like should be like wasn't it like a 12 match card technically if you count the pre-show matches?
Yeah.
So that's 12 matches, and only a fourth of those matches were good. Think about that. And now you see why. Now you see why we get so angry. Like, how can you have a 12 match card and only a freaking fourth of those matches? 1/4. Like, that's legit. That's a failure. That's legit a failure. That's almost as bad as AEW, because AEW sometimes have no good matches on their goddamn card because of what they do. That's why I've stopped watching AEW, and now I'm watching NXT thinking that it's better. But now only a 1/4 of their match card was good.
Me personally, like, I went into all of this like wanting to give everything a chance. I wanted to give all wrestling nowadays a chance. I wanted to try to get back into it like I used to be. And now that we're about to be at the last review, I'm at a point where I'm honestly tired of watching wrestling.
Yeah, Devin legit told me after we watch Mania, I'm gonna need a break.
Like, I don't know. I was telling Austin this, like, I don't understand how there's people that watch Raw, Impact, NXT, AEW, and SmackDown every single week. I
I
don't.
can't.
How do they do it? I don't. I don't. I can't fathom. And it's just, it's way too much, and it's so much to keep up with. And then it doesn't help when none of the companies are doing good either. And it just
Yeah,
like wrestling as a whole, there's some good stuff, but overall wrestling as a whole has sucked for a while. Even before COVID, it was still kind of sucky.
I
And
gotta
then
be
losing the
honest. When
crowd
was the
was like a
last?
big hit.
Yeah, I gotta be completely honest. What was the last WrestleMania that we thought was good?
For
Because I'm
me,
only like,
for me it was 33. But even then, like a good WrestleMania overall for me was 31.
honestly, the last WrestleMania I've seen, in my opinion, I mean, I like 31 and stuff like that, but like top tier, I would have to say probably 30. I'd have to go back all the way to 30.
And like the first WrestleMania I ever watched live was 26. 26 was really good. I didn't watch 27, but then I had went back and watched it.
The
27
first,
was alright, but it was not nearly as good as 26. 28 I feel was better than 27. 29 was alright. 30 was good. 31 was good. WrestleMania 32 fucking sucks. I hate WrestleMania 32. It's probably the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen. Fucking 33 was good, and then 34 kind of sucked, and 35 kind of sucked, and I didn't watch 36. I still haven't watched 36.
the only thing good about 35 was Kofi versus Lee.
Yeah, that was the only thing I even had a reaction to on that show. And then I
Uh,
straight up, like, keep in mind, I watched WrestleMania live every year since WrestleMania 30. So WrestleMania 36 was the first year I straight up just did not watch WrestleMania because that's how little I fucking cared. And
I mean, I've watched WrestleMania live probably since 22, so that might be why I have fond memories of 22 and why I bought it today. But I mean, I've watched all the other WrestleManias back, and really, I think, you know, really, I think before 30, the last good WrestleManias to me were 25 and 26. Like, I'm honestly going back because then after that, there was that WrestleManias were actually pretty good since before, like, I mean, like, yeah, before 25 and 26, because those were good as well, but before that, it was good.
yeah,
You know, I mean, I can't say nothing about, like, the freaking Hulk Hogan era, because that era, I could say a lot about. That freaking era sucks. To me, I don't really like those WrestleManias. It's going to be, like, a bad opinion. I'm talking about, like, 10 through 1. Like, but, like, you could still go back and watch WrestleMania 13 and watch Bret versus Stone Cold and be
mhm,
like, yeah, that was wrestling. But now, like you said, you go back to like something like 32 and watch Shane McMahon versus Undertaker, and you're like, why? Like, why?
it just it sucks, and it really honestly like we try to be as positive as possible, but it honestly really sucks to be a wrestling fan right now. And
Yeah,
people
it
want to
really
sit
does.
there on Twitter and say it's great to be a wrestling fan, and Tony sits there and says, "Oh, there's so much to love about wrestling right now,
And
and wrestling's
honestly,
amazing right now." And I can't get behind that. I can't. Like just wrestling overall to me, like, and this is what some people might not understand. Like the guy that sat there and said Raw is good, SmackDown is good, NXT is good, AEW is good, and just listed every company. Like what they don't understand is I sat there and I watched a full episodes of Raw, full episodes of SmackDown, full episodes of NXT, full episodes of AEW, full episode of Impact. I sat there and I wanted to give everything a fair chance to see what was the best now. And overall, like, it just sucks. And I can't get around that. I can't make myself like it. I can't force myself to enjoy it. And like Tony said, how he said a lot of people say, "Oh, I hate this. I don't like this. Why do you like it?" And I'll never understand. I feel like Tony forces himself to like things because other people hate it so much. Like with AEW, I feel like he forces himself to like AEW because everybody else shits on it so much. Like, and I just
like,
I can't get behind that. I can't sit here and say I like this just because like Tony likes it, or I can't sit there and say I like it just to like make AEW fans happy or
yeah,
whatever. I can't, like, I have to be honest about how I feel
and
about it.
I gotta be completely honest. I'm gonna get really serious here. The reason why I live tweet, the reason why I started last August live tweeting and stuff, is because it was the only way I could even watch wrestling, dude. I don't want to lose wrestling, and that was the only way it was helping me, man. Like I was getting genuinely depressed, and I still kind of am about it. And it's like I'm hyped for Mania, but it's like what are we supposed? How am I supposed to like this? You can't force. You can't force me to like this. You can't force me to not state my opinion. And to the people that tell me, "Oh, you don't like it. How about you go kill yourself?" or something like that on freaking Twitter because I don't like it. I can't. I'm not gonna be forced to like it. Like you know, like really, really. Like that's how toxic wrestling fans are. They don't care about like even if it's somebody else's opinion, they sit there and go and tell them somebody to kill themselves or do something like that because they don't care about somebody else's opinion. They could be like me, who actually, yeah, I might crap on AEW, I might crap on it, but I could see how people could freaking like it. I can see why people like it. I can understand. Okay, if that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm not gonna crap on you for it. I have grown. I have grown since that then. I have grown. But somehow the 40-year-olds that sit there and go on Twitter and talk about how Dave Meltzer this, Dave Meltzer that, Young Bucks this, Young Bucks that, Kenny Omega this, Kenny Omega that, they sit there are the ones that are still haven't grown. I'm 17 and I'm more of a grown up than them. What are we doing, people? Like, what are we doing? And it might be funny to see me descend into madness and go into conspiracy theories about me talking about Popeyes and how it relates to goddamn AEW. But really, it's legit. Like, it's not even a thing. It's not even like a gimmick or something that I'm joking about. Because really, it's getting me to the point where I'm losing it. Like I'm legit losing it.
It really sucks, and we wanted to, like, and it's WrestleMania season. Even this is supposed to be the most hype time of the year for wrestling. This is when wrestling gets its most views, most clicks, everything. This is the high point for wrestling every year. So we wanted
How
to go into this being hype and enjoying all of it, but that's not
like
how it turned out.
I legit. How does the show like WrestleMania have such like a it actually has a decent card and it's pretty good, but it's not hype at all. Like, I'm hyped for it because, we're doing a review on it, and I'm gonna have fun with my family watching, you're gonna have fun with your friends watching and stuff like that, and we're gonna review it after. But, like, how does it have no hype at all?
The only match that has any hype is Edge, Roman, and Daniel. That's the only match that
Exactly.
has any hype.
Because that's the only one they've really built up.
Exactly.
Like, even if you do go back to WrestleMania 22, I'm gonna go back to WrestleMania 22 again. They built up freaking Kurt versus Randy versus Ray. They built up Mickey versus Trish. They built up Cena versus Triple H. They built up Vince versus Shawn Michaels. They built up all those matches. They did not build up much of these matches on this card. Do I really want to see Apollo Crews and Big E in a Nigerian drum match? No, I don't.
Do you really want to see Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon in a steel cage match? No.
Anybody that wants to see that should be locked up in like a goddamn mental institution. Because I don't know who called me the New Day. I don't know who wants to see that.
Do you want to see Logan Paul at WrestleMania?
Dude, I don't even want to.
Do you want to see
is,
Damian Priest be ruined by being forced to be teamed with Bad Bunny against The Miz
no.
and John Morrison?
Who wants to see Bad Bunny? Like,
Nobody.
I swear to God, I did not know who Bad Bunny was until Royal Rumble. Just because he made a song about Booker T does not mean he deserves a WrestleMania match. This is Snooki all over again. And just like the Snooki situation, John Morrison's being dragged into it. Mm-hmm. Not only did he have to deal with Snooki, he has to deal with goddamn Bad Bunny. God dang it, John. You should have just stayed on the indies. Because now that you're back, you're being dragged in back to these celebrity angles. God dang it. God.
Like, the problem, and I know we're getting away from NXT, but the problem with the WrestleMania build this year, I'm sure we'll talk about this on the Mania review itself, but like the problem is like Austin said, it's a good card. It's just none of these matches have build. That's why like I was hyped for Sasha and Bianca because I'm like, okay, that's going to be a good women's match because the only person Sasha has faced since winning the title is Carmella, and Carmella is not exactly a good women's wrestler. So this would be.
Technically, she faced Bayley too.
Yeah, I guess, but like this was like, okay, this is finally a new opponent for Sasha, someone who hasn't gotten an opportunity before, and they're pushing Bianca. They had her win the Rumble. It was a great, memorable moment. Then I'm like, okay, here we go. We're gonna get Sasha and Bianca built up in a good rivalry, and then what the build-up is Sasha and Bianca becoming a team, going for the women's tag team titles several times, losing. Sasha Banks eating a pin going into WrestleMania. Then, on top of that, they wait until like 3 weeks before WrestleMania. Then, Sasha and Bianca start going at each other. And all it is just them slapping each other. And there's no substance, no care, no build, no hype, nothing. And now nobody cares about this women's match anymore. That's why people don't want to see it in the main event. When it got announced as the main event for night one, people didn't want to see it in the main event.
And another build that just doesn't make sense whatsoever, and doesn't like it didn't really have a build, was Drew versus Bobby.
It should have been Bobby versus Brock.
It should have been Bobby versus Brock. Where is Brock?
He's hunting. Probably, I don't know.
I legit never thought I would actually ask this question. Where is Brock?
And this is the first WrestleMania that Brock is going to miss since WrestleMania 29.
Exactly. Like, how... Like, it's so... Like, the card is good, but it's so bare. We don't have Taker this Mania, which, I mean, I know he was getting old, but it was still a thing. We don't have Taker. We don't have Cena. We don't have Triple H. We don't have Brock. Dare
Mm-hmm.
I say it? We don't even have Goldberg, and he's been a mainstay.
Yeah, and like we're lucky we got Randy Orton.
Exactly.
I mean, they don't even have Jeff Hardy on the WrestleMania card or
No,
Rey
Jeff Hardy's not
Mysterio.
even. Actually, technically, Rey Mysterio's in the tag match, but Jeff Hardy is not even in the Memorial Battle Royal.
Nope.
How? That's where they put the jobbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I guarantee none of them are gonna get an entrance on SmackDown tomorrow either.
no, they're probably not. They're probably just gonna show up in the goddamn ring.
And it's sad that they have Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio, and neither one of them is being utilized. It's honestly sad, and that's why I've
Uh,
ranted about it so much, because I'm a huge Hardy Boys fan, and I hate seeing Matt and Jeff being used as nostalgia acts that get treated like garbage. And you can say whatever you want about AEW. Matt's being treated like garbage. I don't care if the Young Bucks are his friends or not. They have gotten into his head and convinced him that everything he's doing is great, and he defends it on Twitter and everything, and it's not. Like, they're making a mockery of Matt Hardy. WWE's making a mockery of Jeff Hardy, and at this point, I would rather just see the both of them fucking hang it up, to be honest.
and it's sad to say these things.
Yeah.
Like, that's what people don't understand. They think we just say it to say it. It's sad. We feel sad to say it.
And it's crazy to think about, like you think back to WrestleMania 25, where Matt and Jeff had a WrestleMania match against each other, and it was super hype. It was a great storyline. And then now, look, all this time later, Jeff is getting jobbed out and can't even be put on the WrestleMania card, and Matt's in a whole nother company being wasted. And it's like, and even like
And
Rey Mysterio, who used to be in marquee WrestleMania matches every year, now is relegated to he's not even on actual WrestleMania. He's on SmackDown. Like,
please, someone tell me how Styles goes from last year having the match with one of the biggest legends in the business, The Undertaker, to now teaming with Omos and taking on the New Day for the tag championships. Please tell me how that happened.
the only thing I can think of is that they want AJ to be a Grand Slam champion. That's the only thing I can
That's the
think
only
of.
thing I can think of too. But then again, like, why do this when he's a multi-time world champion and he legit last year had marquee matches with The Undertaker?
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. And it's just, it's and people will say, oh well, the reason Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio aren't on the WrestleMania card is because they're pushing the new guys. But then you look at
They're
the new
pushing
guys.
Edge.
Exactly. And Daniel Bryan and Roman, who have all been in WrestleMania spots before.
Dude, like, Roman has been doing WrestleMania since 29.
This is going to be like his fifth or sixth WrestleMania main event.
Exactly.
This is going to be
And
Daniel's like
freaking
second WrestleMania main event, I think. And it's going to
yeah,
be
but
Edge's like what, third or second?
Yeah, Daniel's been on the main event though. You know how many? You know how many times Daniel's been on a WrestleMania spot?
Since
I'm pretty sure.
probably
I'm pretty sure.
27 or 28.
I'm pretty
Every
sure he
year.
only missed 32 and 33.
Yep.
But before that, the first one was 28. He got 29. He got 30, 31. Then he skipped to 34. Then 35. Then 36. Even though he just faced Sami Zayn, but then he's also getting the main event match at 37.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about pushing new guys. I'm gonna enjoy this match. Don't get me wrong. But if you really are gonna make the argument that they're pushing new guys, Drew McIntyre isn't a new guy. Bobby Lashley, yes, this is his first world title, but he is in his 40s. That is not a new guy.
Mm-hmm. And then even then you have the New Day, which the New Day have had WrestleMania matches every year. They're 11-time tag team champions. Then you have AJ Styles, who's in his 40s, and AJ Styles has had WrestleMania matches. And yeah,
AJ
it's
Styles
almost his
is
first
my
Mania,
favorite
but
wrestler of all time. I will tell you that. He is my favorite wrestler of all time. But he should not, for one, he should not be in the tag team spot.
and
If they wanted to put him in a tag team spot, they should have had him do it before he won multiple world championships.
this since Cesaro came up on the main roster in 2012 or 13, this is going to be Cesaro's first one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
On the main card, yeah. Because
Mm-hmm.
last year he was on the pre-show against Drew Gulak, and then I know he was on Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and then tag teams because he's been with goddamn
Mm-hmm.
Jack Swagger, he's been with goddamn freaking Sheamus,
Tyson
like
Kidd,
yeah, Tyson Kidd.
fucking like I just like it's crazy. And then like also Rollins has been in a lot of Mania matches.
And he's getting
Freaking
one against Cesaro.
mm-hmm. And Randy Orton's been in a lot of Mania matches, and so had I mean Bray Wyatt hasn't had that many, but Bray Wyatt has had some.
Dude, Bray Wyatt has had one at 30, one at 31, one technically at 32. I mean, is one of his Rowan, technically. He still showed up. 1 at 33 as the world champion, walking in as world champion.
Against Randy Orton.
Yeah. 34, he showed up and helped Matt. God dang, 35, he actually wasn't there. I totally forgot about 35 that he wasn't there. And then 36, he had like a marquee match against John Cena.
Mm-hmm. It's just
Like, I'm
it's
trying to
crazy.
think, how do people have the mindset to say that they're pushing new guys? These are not new guys. Why
It
isn't
doesn't
Keith
make
Lee on the
sense.
card? Keith Lee should have been on the card. You realize he debuted after SummerSlam on the main roster, and he has not been pushed really at all. We
The
thought he
only
was going
thing
to get a push.
the only thing they did was they gave him one WWE title shot on Raw. He lost, and then they gave a title shot to Goldberg.
They fed him to Drew. They legit fed him to Drew. And Drew wasn't full, so he had to freaking shop at the senior section. Like it wasn't even like
Oh my god. The senior section.
you got that senior discount.
It's just like I want to be excited for WrestleMania. I am excited for WrestleMania, but
I mean, I am
like
too.
I just like it sucks that none of the matches have build going into it. And that's the one thing I will give Takeover over WrestleMania is that at least all the matches had somewhat of a decent build that at least made you intrigued about the match because you had the great story of O'Reilly and Cole, even though the turnout was dog doo doo. Then you had the rivalry of Balor and Cross, speed versus power. The story of Cross wanting the title he never lost, and the story of Balor being a fighting NXT champion. Then you had fucking um, Io Shirai, the woman who's defeated everybody on the roster, and Raquel Gonzalez, the biggest, baddest woman on the roster, the only person Io hasn't defeated. Then you had fucking I mean, even with Santos Escobar and Jordan Devlin, you had Jordan Devlin who never lost a cruiserweight title, Santos Escobar who is cruiserweight champion. You had the dynamic of trying to figure out who the better man and who the true champion really is. Like, and the Gauntlet Eliminator, they built that up to see who was gonna face Johnny. Freaking the women's tag title is the only fucking thing that had no build. Fucking and the pre-show matches, but like And even Champa and Walter had good build. Like that had pretty good build. Freaking Kushida and Pete Dunne had build. Like
And that was made a week, like not even a week, like days, days
yeah.
before.
And then like they can do all that for NXT, but then when it comes to WrestleMania, the biggest fucking wrestling show of the year, like the only match that gets any legit good build is Roman versus Edge versus Daniel. And
I
everything
mean,
else just
I
had
guess
shitty last minute build.
can we actually count the Fiend versus Randy as build?
I mean, yeah, you can because it has built for months.
It's been building probably since October, maybe.
Yeah, but that's the kind of feud where it feels like I agree with what some people say about it. I am hyped for the match, but I I do agree that maybe the build has been a little too long. But
Yeah,
it does have build, and it has gotten you. It went from getting you excited for the match to finally the fucking match is happening. But
yeah. I mean, really, I think they just made Alexa Bliss a star, really, in this whole
yeah,
process.
and like this has probably been some of the best stuff Alexa Bliss has done because she's really not that good in the ring, and I know you like
Yeah,
Alexa Bliss,
to I
and
do, I do. I'm
and
not gonna not
I
admit
like
that.
Alexa Bliss too, but like I think her doing this is better than seeing her in matches.
I mean, I didn't really like her in matches either. I mean, you know what I like,
Hmm.
but, but like, to the people who saying that they hate Alexa Bliss and the Fiend now, really, really, just, oh my god, like, those are, I swear, those are the people that like freaking list, like, Wednesday night, they like to stay up late, watch Kenny Omega while they masturbate. That's legit what they are doing. There's no way. There's no way. Like, I just, mm, I don't understand how the first time Alexa won the women's championship, which how long ago was that now? Last time, probably when Ronda won it from her. That's
Hmm.
2018. And you're telling me that now okay, you people are telling me that you enjoyed her teaming with Nikki Cross. If you people are really telling me that, I don't talk to me. And whoever you are, let me know so I can block you. Block you. Like, God, how?
This is just crazy, and like I'm excited for Mania. I am, and I'm hoping it turns out good. I'm hoping it doesn't turn out like Stand and Deliver, where night one is pretty good and then night two is just overall like disappointing. I really hope Mania is a good way to end these reviews. I'm
I really
hoping
hope so too,
I
dude.
want to end it on a positive note.
I do too. That's why I wanted to be positive for these reviews too. But no. God dang it. We were positive yesterday.
I know.
And this, man, this. Oh.
Uh,
There's only so many times where I, like, there's only, like, there's very little times that in a, like, NXT pay-per-view. In an NXT pay-per-view where I'm saying, please, end this. How? I have not said that in years. Like, especially from I mean, I've said that from like other pay-per-views, like AEW pay-per-views or Impact or God dang WWE pay-per-views, but not the NXT.
yeah. It like we both said it felt so weird to sit there and say that a Adam Cole Kyle O'Reilly NXT Takeover main event sucked, but it's the truth, and it shouldn't have been like that.
I thought this was gonna be better than the last main event, like that they had with Io and God dang Raquel. Because, like I said, that main event was like third for me on the scale of best matches. I just, we've probably gone for like 2 hours. I think we should probably end this. Like, I'm not even.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much more to say besides
No.
Night 2 sucked, besides Cross and Balor, and Stand and Deliver. In terms of being the first ever two-night takeover, Stand and Deliver overall didn't deliver. At least Night 2 didn't
No.
deliver.
Night 2 didn't deliver. Freaking. I think it standed, but then it fell right to the ground after Cross and Finn. Because the only thing that was standing after the collapse of NXT Takeover Stand Delivered Night 2 was Finn and Cross.
Yeah.
Because everything else collapsed into a fiery pit of goddamn netherite. Like, I don't.
It's, all I'm hoping for now is that WrestleMania will be good and we will actually, by the time Night 2 of WrestleMania is over, we'll be happy and in a good mood. That's
I
what I'm
really
hoping
hope
for.
so. I hope so.
But,
Oh.
well, that was your review for NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver Night 2, and also your review of NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver as a whole. So up next, I mean, we might review SmackDown tomorrow because now you're kind of making me want to watch it just to see you be mad. But so
Well, I mean, I'm watching it with my family, so if you want
oh
to just
god,
call me after.
oh god. So that's a maybe, not a for sure. But up next is going to be our last review, which is going to be WrestleMania 37 as a whole. So until then, we'll see you guys there. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.
Peace.
Oh.